We're not supposed to be in a state of us judging and telling and like trying to limit people because they're on their path of knowledge and information that they're going down. Like, I can't sit here and stress my whole life out trying to fix my family. At the end of the day, they have to be inside of their body and their life by themselves. I don't have to be in your life and your body and your soul 24/7. You do. So I can't be with you 24/7 telling you, you know, that's not a right decision. That's not okay. Like,
I ain't talking about family though. I'm talking about.
But I'm trying to get you to see that it's never been about us trying to save the world. The more we save ourselves and just vibrate in that energy, the universe will do the rest. Like I said, when I was talking about the Michael Jackson song, when he was like, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking if he changes ways. Yeah. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. You see, like that was deeper than what it really. That was deeper than just being a song. The more you focus on yourself and change yourself, it's not about storming the White House. It's not about bombing everything and creating this big war. The more we grow is through our energy.
Take a look at yourself and make that change. Like,
change your life. You can't just sit around and wait for somebody else to save you. And that's what people are doing. They're waiting for people to save them.
Take a look at yourself and make that change, right? Mm. Take a look at yourself. Why the fuck you working at 9 to 5? Take a look at yourself. Why you keep, depending on the government? Take a look at yourself. Why are you preaching all this? Fuck the government. We're not supposed to be working. We're not supposed to be doing that. You can make the change. That's one person. Okay, now that person made that change to say, you know what? I'm done with this working for the system, all this major stuff. Now, what about the billions out of the world? He made that change. Mm-hmm. What about the rest of the world? Now he's homeless because he made that change.
How is he homeless when he's vibrating in the natural energy that he needs to be in to be successful? When you're aligned with your energy,
be real here.
Things are gonna come to you. You're literally the universe experiencing Kaya, experiencing Sack Buzzing, experiencing. You have all the answers inside of you.
Nothing to do with being. I'm saying homeless. You homeless. You ain't got no shelter to get. You're outside, and when it's cold as fuck outside, you outside. Sleep. You're resting outside. That's what homeless. What I'm saying. You feel me? So we could say all this high vibration. You that vibrate. You in that frequency of vibration and stuff like that. But in reality, is that person still outside sleeping? With no shelter. Home.
They have to make that change for themselves, just like I said about the song. And that's the desired that's the desired reality that they have lived in now. You want to live if you literally make your whole life.
If I get up tomorrow and make that change, and and I go outside, I'll be like, you know what, fuck all this. I already know past this. This matrix is bullshit. Like, we're not supposed to be working. They slaving everybody. Rat race and shit like that. I'm done with this shit. You know what? Fuck all this. I'm just gonna go outside, get ready, sleep out there. Okay, I made that change. I'm good, right?
That's not. You're on a path, on a journey. It's never. Why are you so? Huh? Why are you so off about it? Like.
What do you mean by off?
I'm trying to explain to you that life doesn't work in a sense of, oh, if I do this, I'm going to get here. It's like this. Like,
you said take
people,
a look at yourself and make a change.
Yes. You have to make a change inside of yourself. You have to make that energy. You have to make your life. Do you know, like I just said, I'm in the same room I've been in for 3 years now. I've been in this same room for 3 years. Before I started my YouTube channel, before I started TikTok, before I started thinking and started to write my thoughts down, before I started journaling, before I started being the real me, which is why I named myself Real Kaya, I was still in this room. the energy I pulled into myself to make this reality that I'm in right now. That's all of me shifting my paradigm, making a change inside of myself. I needed to stop limiting myself. Oh, I can't do this because I don't have certain things. I can't have this reality because I blah, blah, blah. I'm still in my mom's house. I'm still in this room. Nothing has changed. When everything, energy changes first, and then your life change. So you change the energy, and that's when everything else starts to shift around you. When you change yourself, your fake friends leave you. When you change yourself, everything that you don't desire will get the fuck away from you. When you change yourself, your body start to feel different. How the fuck am I still in this same room? And I'm at this point in my life where I'm doing things that I want to do. I have a YouTube channel. I have people who support me that I don't even know.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why that is. I'm gonna break it down to the T on why that is. You're in the same spot. I mean, this room, growing yourself, which I'm very proud of, by the way. You know what I'm saying? It's because everybody has.
Somebody said, "But you still in that room."
What?
Somebody said, "But I'm still in this room."
I mean, anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, can you acknowledge that everybody has different content, right? Can we acknowledge that? Can we? Yes or no?
Content is different. It's not the same. I said,
I feel like it kind of
energy and abundance is. It's not
content, right?
You have to stop personalizing abundance.
No.
What I'm doing with my life is different from what anybody else is doing. Regardless if people talking about the same stuff. How I do it is different.
Answer that question. Is making videos content?
Is making videos content?
Yes.
Yes, you're a content creator.
Exactly. Okay. Now, can we acknowledge that everybody's content is different?
I said that, yeah.
Okay. So now you're saying you've been in this room making your content. That's because that's the videos you do. It doesn't require you to be anywhere but in a specific, in a specific place. Other people have to go out, public figure, make content.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No, I made this out of myself, out of what I have. And look what I have created. I didn't limit myself. I didn't give excuses. Oh, I'm doing videos in the same room. This shit not gonna look right. Blah, blah, blah. No. I did what I thought I could do, right? I started making TikTok videos. I was like, you know what? I need to make sure my TikTok videos is safe. I started posting on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Not even thinking about like, oh, I can make more money or I can do this or do that. I'm just trying to save my content, make sure, because they kept taking my shit down. I didn't know if my TikTok was going to be deleted. But look at what I did just out of the pureness of my energy. Let me save my stuff. And then all of this abundance start flowing in through every source that I've created.
Next question is this, right? We taking it back from the one. So, let's say, even me, like, I was making my videos, enlightening the world, the people, right? Mm-hmm. I post that video, go about my day. Oh, I helped some people, or maybe I didn't, but I posted the video, I did what I needed to do. Okay, I got my money for this video. I talked about interracial couples. I talked about, how they have fake-ass clouds in the sky. I talked about, aliens is walking around. And we all know this. You know what I'm saying? There's a mass awakening that's been going on for a long-ass time, right? You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I feel like in total, that's billions of views, billions of likes. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of people. So what's the end goal? Because now it's like, okay, you post your video, not just you, I'm just saying, it's in general.
Yeah,
you post a video. Right, you post a video, and then you just go about your day. Like, you post it, and you get your money, and then you're like, okay, but what has changed in the world, though? Because there's a lot of information. There's billions of likes and billions of views. You said there's not enough people aware, but I feel like it's way more than enough people that's aware, because people like it, they share it, and they comment it. And there's billions of comments and shit if we just put it all in one box. You feel me? So, like, what's the overall goal?
So you're telling me what you're saying, and I'm just asking a question. I'm not assuming that this is what you're saying. Mm-hmm. What I'm feeling is that you think that I'm on live. what you're feeling is that you think that life and everything that we do is insignificant to the whole.
No.
What you just said is billions of people watching and people making videos and then getting off the video, liking the videos, and you think that there is no change that's happening. Because the world is just too big.
No. There's billions of people who like videos saying and reposting and sharing it and putting it in their favorite saying we need to stop working. The rat race. This shit fucked up. The system is rigged. Okay, we know that. We all know that shit. What you gonna do to change that though? Cause there's billions of people who know that shit. Now it's like, okay, you know that, but what's next?
Hold on, wait a minute. Somebody said she thinks people are homeless because they not vibrating on the same level she is. But the only difference between them is she got permission to stay in someone's house. Let me explain
even
something
about that
to you.
vibration stuff. People be.
Let me explain something to you because we're having a conversation and I didn't even get to finish what I was saying about the realities that people are living in. Just to make sure I'm reading this correctly. She thinks people are homeless because they not vibrating on the same level she is. But the only difference is because the only difference is between them is she got permission to stay in someone's house.
I mean, that's not even discussion we're talking about that, but
We didn't even get to finish on that conversation about the way people's lives are. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't never judge anybody for how their life is going, what they're doing with their life, if they're homeless, if they're living with their mama, if they got their own spot. I made a whole video of me explaining how I've left that paradigm. I don't ever compare myself or belittle anybody else and think that I'm higher than anybody. Because they're not on the same level as me. We are all reflections, experiencing different lives and different forms of realities. I am the universe experiencing Kaya. Me judging somebody, and because they not on the same level as me and I'm calling they homeless, I don't think low of anybody. So let me tell you that. I don't belittle other people and say they not vibrating on the same. What I was saying is that you make your reality off of the things that you decide for yourself. If you decide that you want to not experience the bull crap anymore, and you don't you just don't have a plan, you don't implement the energy, you know what you don't want, but it's hard for you to implement what you do want because you can't see it at that moment. People choose to be homeless. Sometimes they just be like, forget it. Like, I'm chilling. I ain't gotta pay no rent. Some of them just be happy.
yeah, first. Let's take it back though, kind of, Chad.
No, I don't like the fact that I'm not even, it's not bothering me. It's the fact that people think that I have an ego to think that somebody is lower than me.
Yeah, I don't know why that comment was.
Nobody's lower than anybody and nobody's better than anybody. So don't ever get that twisted.
Yeah,
you can get off my live. I don't even know who you are, but you can get off my live. Remove from live video. There you go. Since you don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to sit here and listen. You can go experience the reality that you want, but you're sitting here in a live that you don't resonate with me. You don't like me. You don't want to be, you don't care what I'm saying, right? So why are you still sitting here listening to me. Like I said, you're choosing the reality that you're making this up for yourself.
All right.
I don't like that. I'm not no person who just walks around and judge people.
Oh yeah, no, hell no, shit, hell no. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? People,
do you know what I had to go through? People judging me for not going to college, not staying with my mom, still dealing with this bullshit. Like, I'm not doing the same shit that everybody else is doing in their life.
I'm already know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, society would look at
the
that.
Fuck, I look like judging somebody else.
That's what I'm saying, but society would look at that person. Oh, you a bum. You just what the fuck? Why would I want to be around you? Because you chose to escape the matrix, not working for the government, not depending on the government. Because whether people believe it or not, like, you still depend on the government. Everything is ran by the money. Like, you're not controlling your own money. They run your whole bank statement, your checks, and all that. So it's like when somebody wants to become so-called homeless. And they say, oh, I'm done working. Oh, I'm done doing this. I'm done paying taxes. I'm done paying rent. People will look at that person as homeless. And, oh, you a bum and shit. So it's like,
and that's
I thought the overall message,
norms that
that's what I'm saying. But the goal was, I thought everybody was to be like, yo, fuck all this matrix shit. Fuck all this job shit. Fuck all this, you know what I'm saying, working and all that.
But then when you get in that reality where everybody's
I thought that's the overall goal, though.
The goal is peace.
Right.
So, you get to peace by vibrating in a peaceful manner, by experiencing peace, by accepting peace, by creating things that's going to help you get to your peace. What makes you happy? What's your passion? Stop looking at everybody else and limiting yourself and your reality in your mind. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, go ahead.
So, people are like, oh, we want this drastic change. We want the government to stop lying to us. We want them to stop poisoning us. We want them to stop electing these false leaders. We want the kids to stop getting kidnapped. We want all of this to stop happening. The only way you can change that is if you change yourself and be authentically in that energy, and that will continue to spread out through an entire world. The more people focus on healing themselves, that's why I keep saying, take a look at yourself and make the change. Because your aura is a part of source. Your individual being, everybody's reflection, all the universe experiencing itself.
But see,
the more you keep, like, listen, let me say it like this. In 2010, 2020, 2015, 2016, the people who were just starting to make videos about what's actually going on, about spirituality, about science, about the aliens, the universe, all of that, people who were starting to do that, do you think they started that just because, oh, I don't think this is going to reach people, nobody's vibrating like this? No, they was just spreading their energy, and look at how many people are starting to get aware and woke now. It created a domino effect. So the more you keep working on yourself, you are creating a domino effect of helping the universe. You help the universe by helping yourself because you are the universe.
So it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen.
It's going to happen in divine timing.
All right.
You don't have to experience this fucked up government.
Nah,
you don't have to.
I'm saying,
it's ways people are literally getting away with not registering their car into the DMV. It's people who are not paying taxes. It's people who are living off the land and growing their greens. The more, like, people are literally not connected to the matrix. They're not.
If you're getting money, don't matter how you get it, working a job, entrepreneurship, they still have control over your money. So you still in slavery without even knowing, because okay, you're doing things for abundance, so-called money. I'm not going to say money because everybody want to always say, oh, money. But you're doing these things for abundance, right? But who is controlling all this money? Like, who is in control of this money that's being given to your account? So I feel like everybody's still in slavery to a certain extent, because people don't have their own banks and stuff like that.
You don't have to be in slavery. You don't have to be.
I'm saying they still in full control over all.
You don't have to be in this fucked up world. I just said that people are literally living outside of the matrix, experiencing aliens, experiencing living off the land and eating fruits, healthy fruits, and trusting themselves. People are outside of the matrix.
You know these people.
No, but it's people who are actually doing this shit that I'm seeing. They're on my timeline. They're talking about it. They're living it.
And how are they getting money to them though?
How they getting money to them? By being in their full essence. They grew through all of that.
The question is, how are they getting money into their account?
It's not about money. They don't need money. Like I said, they're outside of the matrix. They don't have to depend on somebody else to get them food. They don't have to depend on the fucking water company. They don't have to depend on the electric company. They know they didn't set this shit up to where they getting fucking electricity from the sun. They getting water from the natural earth. They outside of the matrix. It's people who actually living like that because they have the different layers to them. They have it. It's like you just out of it. Like you're out of that timeline.
I mean, what these people we're talking here obviously got billions of dollars, right? Millions of dollars.
No.
Because in order to have all that, you saying not like to build your own electrical and all that, and all like you gotta have some type of money and stuff like that to get that shit started.
The path that they took to exit the matrix and create the reality of not being a slave anymore.
So these people that's living off grid,
their path.
No money is getting into their account, right? Like the people that's living off like grid and shit like that. No money is getting into their account.
I mean, they're making content, so I'm pretty sure they're getting paid off of it.
And that's what takes me back.
Listen. There's a girl in Costa Rica right now who is living off the grid. She built her own fucking house. You don't want to do that though. I didn't say I didn't want to do that.
You say you want your.
I have to get to that. I have to get through the layers to get to that. And that energy's gonna work. It's gonna come for me. As long as I keep vibrating in the energy that I want, it's gonna come.
Okay, my only issue is this. This was my only issue. It's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen, right?
Divine timing.
Because I was informed that billions of people are aware of this matrix and stuff like that. But then, like you said, people are making videos but just going about their day getting the money. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But like we all know this already. Like billions of people are aware, of getting the message. We understand. We know this matrix is bullshit. So why is still people like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like
why is it still people who are suffering?
Working jobs, doing like, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know it's like boycott taxes. That's first, you feel me? Like why everybody
people
doing that
who
shit?
they're not boycotting right now because they haven't done the inner work.
We are all informed. People don't want to do it because they're scared. Because they don't think everybody's going to be on board.
Because you haven't done the inner work. You still have that fear.
People are
you still dependent. You're in that slave mindset.
Because if one person do it and the rest of the people don't do it, that one person is going to be homeless.
Listen.
So people don't want to. Oh, I ain't gonna do it. I think he ain't gonna do it.
That's not what we're supposed to be doing. Trying to start a whole riot and a war and I'm saying people want to go kill all the white people
who said kill?
I'm not saying you said it. Can I finish? When you're on this, that's why I'm like, why can't you see the messages? You have to build your own world. We are creators. We are literal creators. You create your reality. Everything that you're doing. Just let me explain something to you like this, right? Say, for instance, you don't have a job and you need money. You're going to continue to try to ask Source and ask God, can you please give me this job? Can you please give me this job interview? When you don't even know that this is not really what you want. You want stability. You want to be able to take care of your survival.
Right, that's the whole point.
But there's people who are not dependent on the job who's taking care of their survival. It's all about the energy that you connect to. Literally.
We all know this information, right? Okay.
You said we know this information. Why is nothing happening? Because people haven't done the work inside of themselves.
So this is a lot of
people are not strong enough to leave their job. People are not strong enough to...
This is what I'm going to do. I'm finna get on live on TikTok, and I'm about to be like, hey, y'all, listen. Everybody right now, Quit your motherfucking job. How many people gonna do that? How many people gonna do that?
How many people gonna do that?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought. Oh, hey, Azu.
Look, I was over here relaxing, having my little personal time, and I'm like, all right, I see what's going on here. Let me go in there and assist. First off, y'all stop talking about damn brother. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to understand this. You gotta understand he's a critical thinker, so he's thinking in a specific manner that she's not thinking in, and she's thinking in a specific manner that he's not thinking in. Mm-hmm. Man, okay, so how to take it off? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Usually, you know, I'm here, you know what I'm saying, it's chilling. But okay, so in regards to what he's saying, he's talking about the foundation to actually start these things, which is understandable. So majority of people who go off grid, usually they make sure that they're prepared to fully exit the system, which includes making sure they're financially stable or making sure that their resources are able to reproduce themselves so they can just, you know, continue to flow. You already know what tribe over here got going on, so you know what I'm saying. You know who would be pretty good to cover this topic? Nico would. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how we're building and what we're preparing for. And let me see what we're doing. But both I'm literally watching. I got you. I got you, family. Yeah, he over there doing his thing.
We're literally we're trying to we're literally butting heads, but we're trying to seep into each other's mind right now, and it's hard because I'm trying to get him to see where I'm coming from, and he's trying to get me to see where he's coming from. People, he's saying why is nothing happening? Okay, people are making these videos, people are doing this. I'm telling you, it's happening.
A lot of people don't really want it. A lot of people say that they want it, but they really don't. You know, and over the course of the years I've been doing this, I've met a lot of people who wanted to do certain things, but weren't necessarily really invested in doing so. They weren't taking the steps to actually look into what it would take to do that. For me, I more so was gathering with the right people, attracting the right people. But I had to shed a specific mindset so that I could attract the right people. Because, you know, at one point I was, you know, having a lot of ideas, but I wasn't really acting on my ideas. And the people that I was attracting were also having a lot of ideas, but, you know, we were just planning and planning and planning. There was really no type of action. Yeah. So I had to shed that within myself to then attract people who were on the same wavelength as me. Now, you get what I'm saying? We got a whole system going on, which, you know, we ain't finna get into on IG, but, you know, when we have our calls, you get what I'm saying? You know what we on, you know what I'm saying? So it's we have to really look at self and see, okay, what is preventing us from diving into this? Because, you know, what's it called? I was traveling the U.S. for 2 years when I dived in because my folks was like, okay, the great shit is finna occur. Go find your soul tribe. Left California. Went around the U.S., but it's you know, not everybody's ready to take that risk. Not everybody's really to. I have no idea. Probably take care. You lying? I ain't even to that.
Dude, when you let that go,
huh?
You said people are ready. If you're ready, your life would change.
But okay.
People do not want to work, but they're working. It's a paradox. When you listen, I'm not doing this anymore. It's new things are able to come in. That's why he said he has to shed certain parts of himself so he can allow newer things to come in to him that he wants to experience.
Facts. Majority of people are really comfortable too. That was my biggest thing. When I had left my home for this, I realized that majority of people weren't going to take the kind of steps in order to dive into themselves, or even just to dive into the journey. A lot of people that I was traveling with and on that path with of just trusting my journey, they weren't trusting in their journey. They folded. They went back home. You know what I'm saying? Like they couldn't handle being uncomfortable. And those were just like simple steps and simple experiences to really prepare you for what was to come. It's like a foundation. It's getting you ready. But people really aren't ready for that, and people really aren't invested like that. People really just want to be comfortable. And that's just the reality of it, because if they didn't, they would be doing certain things. They would be taking certain actions. But that's the majority of people. That's why also you have to also understand majority aren't meant to make it. Majority aren't going to, because majority don't have it in them to do so. You know what I'm saying? Look at how we attracted. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I live with tribe. I attract the tribe. I live with tribe. I thrive with tribe. We grow with tribe. You know what I'm saying? They all in the chat too.
They all in the chat. We stand like this.
You know what I'm saying? We got vibe in the chat. Like my whole tribe up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's kind of like this, right? You know, some girls, they have a hard time leaving a bad situation, a bad dude that they say they don't want to be with, but they're still
conditioning.
It's the same thing as you being in the matrix, being in the job system, being in that. If you don't want to be in it, why you keep going back? You're only just circulating the energy. It's the same thing with the girl in a relationship, and she can't leave the dude that she wants to leave. Like, you keep complaining, crying to your friends. Oh, I want him to. I don't want to be with him anymore. But you're still being with him. Like, you're doing the same thing.
You know what? Look, with that kind of subject, which still translates to what you're saying in regards to into sovereignty, right? Some people don't know any different. So they don't know what to expect. They don't know how to even go about it. You get what I'm saying? So same thing with the relationships. So then they just go back to what they know. The same thing like with comfortability. People aren't used to this kind of journey. They're not used to trusting in themselves. They're not used to having these downs and waiting and flowing so they can go back up. You get what I'm saying? And they get comfortable and they fall out. They fall out of it. It's like we're talking about the rift in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
What was it? The word for it? The little jet stream. Sometimes they'll be in the jet stream.
The current.
The current. They'll be flowing with the current, and the current get real strong, and they be like, "Oh shit, it's too much," and they hop with the damn current.
Go back to.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Fact. No, it's fact.
Why are you still shaking your head? What is it about the conversation that's like?
I mean, this.
What are you
shaking your head?
Fam.
What is it gonna take?
Her divine.
Oh. The God, what's the question? Hold on, because you was gonna ask us something. Y'all came. What was you?
Yeah. Bring him over here, fam. Bring him over here so we can talk to him. Express yourself, my brother.
Now you must. If you don't express yourself, you oppressing yourself.
Yes, sir. Limitations.
People can make a video, right? I can get online right now and make a video. Which y'all you feel me? Go follow me on that TikTok, you feel me? But look, I can make a video right now. Talk about there's some UFOs in the sky. You feel me? We got motherfucking aliens in the backyard. These clouds is fake as shit. We need to stop working these jobs. You feel me? We need to stop doing all this shit. I can go do that, get my money from it, but we're actually gonna change though. People too scared. It's too much talking going on. I feel like we've been talking like for hella long.
Yeah, good 2 years. We know what's up. We know the basics.
But you hit the nail right on the head already.
They scared.
Yeah.
Not even that. It's not even that. You hit the nail on the head already. Mm-hmm. Niggas is just talking.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, people get that money coming in, like that abundance. Like, we can all talk about it, but it's like actions speak louder than words. Like, we got to put actually shit in action. That's my whole thing. Like, nothing is actually getting put in action. Like, I can get online and talk about something. Everybody quit their jobs right now. Y'all know we're not supposed to be working. Like, that's mental slavery and shit like that. Nobody gonna quit their job because they too scared.
But that's not your position to walk through. This is, I think, a lot of people's put it down.
He finna go in.
Let me sit down.
He finna go in. He finna flow. He's finna go. You know what I'm saying?
This be my thing right here.
Yeah.
This is my thing, man. Look. This is conversations that we be having
on a daily.
Yeah, daily on a daily basis, man.
With the whole tribe and everything. Great chat.
It's what are you doing? This is the issue with most people. You're not doing anything. So you are correct. We can sit here and make videos all day. Anybody could do that. People are doing it every day and getting their little coins off of it. I ain't mad at you. Get your abundance on. Let yourself flow.
Right.
But at the same time, if you are giving off certain levels of knowledge, information, whatever you want to call it, uploads, whatever, right? But you are not applying physically that information in which you are giving off, you don't need to be talking.
That's that.
Like point blank, period. I don't care who you are. If you're not applying whatever it is I said, applied knowledge is power.
Right.
If you have knowledge and you're not using it, it's worthless. Let's just be honest here. It only gets worth when you actually do something with it. So it'd be like, oh yeah, I got all these seeds in my house, but I don't plant any of them. Those seeds are worthless.
Right.
That's a good one.
They are.
Yeah.
Until you plant those seeds in the soil, they are worthless. Now you might think, oh, well, I'm saving them for the future. That's cool too, because you now have a plan that's put inside of that. One thing that one thing that we speak on a lot of on this side, the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
That's the original Nico quote right there. You know what I'm saying?
Look, it is not even me. That's the thing.
Right?
You feel me though?
Yes.
Like, let's be honest here. If you have no plan and you're just flowing through life, so you have no plan.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that your plan can't change, because they're supposed to. Life is going to give you different forms and facets. But at the end of the day, if you are not applying a certain level of pressure back, then you're only doing so much. Because if you write down 5 things you need to get done and you can see them, you might be like, oh, okay, cool, I can do that real quick. Check that out, boom, boom, boom. Now you done got 4 things out of the 5 done just because you wrote them down. But you got it in your head, oh, well, I need to do X, this, and this. I got 7 things I need to do. And I start doing one of them, and then I'm like, damn, what was that other thing I need to do? Now I'm distracted. Because you ain't putting no plan together.
Right.
Exactly. And then you just be like, fuck, I can't even do it. Let me just go back to the old ways, you know? Like,
automatic.
I can feel that.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen, divine timing. That's my whole thing. Okay.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Shit
like,
don't happen
the
the way
more
it's
people
gonna-
are just in their own element of vibrating, you know, their happiness energy, it's gonna spread. And it's gonna create a better reality for everybody. For real. It's gonna really assist with the ascension. Work on yourself. Take a look at yourself. And make the change. That Michael Jackson was trying to say that. Like,
look,
it's different what it really was.
Michael was too tuned in without even probably being fully conscious of it, even though he was fairly conscious of it. We have to realize something as well too. Like y'all are saying, it's all in divine timing. So it is not I job, Zoo job, y'all job to help or save anybody else. Yes. We are not here to save the world.
Right.
That is not the goal here. You are here to save self.
Right.
Now, if we want to take it to that level, if I'm working and saving self, then I'm saving self. If I'm saving self, then I'm saving self.
Receive that.
Are you not my reflection? Do we not come from the same unity consciousness?
Yeah, one try. We all one for sure. Yeah.
So,
for sure. I mean, you got to fix yourself first, and then like when you fix yourself, like you helping your reflection. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then to add on to that dives into the aspect of why people aren't, taking action now. They don't have the foundation within. You get what I'm saying? They don't know themselves. They don't know their own power. They don't know that they can do these things. They attempt it without really having any real confidence or backing within that action. People just, how do I put it? It's like empty words or empty action. It's like doing something but without believing you can actually do it. And then when they actually get into it, it's like, oh shit, man, why I do this shit? That's you have to ask why and show that you didn't even really have any faith to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So before people get into like I do like these readings, people always want to, I'm past this and the third. I'm like, well, who are you first? Work your foundation within yourself first. Oh, my abilities. Can you see my abilities? I can see you. Can you see you? Learn that first, because that'll pave the way for everything else. People don't want to get in the front. They was going to jump into everything. And a lot of people just want to run away. A lot of people want to go start. They want to run from shit. No, we're not running from nothing. We're just tired of the shit, and we're just, okay, this is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? We've decided, we've planned, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature.
Right.
But a majority of people aren't in that kind of wavelength. A majority of people are trying to run, or they're just trying to skip steps. You know what I'm saying? And then when you skip steps, you may be able to jump from 1 to 5, but 2, 3, and 4 were the foundation to get to 6. So you're gonna keep stumbling back until you get those other pieces together. You know what I'm saying? It's like a key. You know what I'm saying? The key won't fit if you don't have all the pieces necessary.
Right.
So you can try as long as you want to try to unlock that damn door. The key may go in, but it may not turn.
Right.
And it may not turn because you yourself within don't have necessary riggers and shit, you know what I'm saying, to unlock that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I can give you a prime example of this too, right? I give you a prime example from my own personal experience. And I love sharing this because I'm living it real time. So I've been a type 1 diabetic since I was 4 years old, right? Genetically passed down on both sides of my bloodline. Now, you might say, okay, well, you know, you look fit, X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third, right? But I've spent years without my pancreas functioning properly. So, what was it? 2 cycles ago?
Mm-hmm.
2 cycles ago, 15 rotations, or what people call days. 2 weeks ago, 15 rotations, nothing but juice.
We got a half ago, I was saying.
Something like that, yeah. Nothing but juice. Now, for those who haven't done, the research, haven't heard, a big portion of this comes from both Dr. Sebi and Yaki Awaken. Mm-hmm. Now, we have to think about, like Zeus said, if you're skipping steps, because I did that. Before they got here, I want to say in like February of 2021, I tried to stop taking insulin and go on an all water fast and was in the hospital for 4 days in the ICU.
Damn.
Because I skipped steps.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm seeing what they're saying. I'm seeing all this and I'm like, oh, okay, I want to just do it. I'm tired of taking this insulin. I'm tired of feeling like shit.
Right.
I felt even worse. I was fucked up.
But you think that, I'm taking this water, I'm getting all this regular, like, what's going on? Like, what's happening?
Right.
Exactly.
I see you.
Exactly. So now, so that's what a lot of people are sitting here doing. We sit here and we say, oh, well, I want the land and the acres and the fruit trees and the forest and the house with just my peoples out here, X, Y, and Z, but I don't know how to till soil. I want to astral project and go about the realms and do X, Y, and Z, but I don't even sit and meditate multiple times a day.
That be the shit that be getting me so upset. I want to astral project. I want to see the spirits. I'm like, no, the fuck you don't. You have no idea what's out here for real.
Right.
Nick, we're waking up with scratches. I woke up with scratches and scars yesterday, day for that, and day for that. These niggas don't know shit about what's out here. These beings will fuck you up if you don't know what's going on. You want to go out into a realm where your energy is vulnerable, where you're in a realm. These things can stab the shit out of you, and like Freddy Krueger, your physical body gonna take all that damage. You don't know how to defend yourself. Before you get to astral projecting, you gotta get to lucid dreaming. You gotta master being able to master your dream state, 'cause that's the 4th dimension. When you master how to fly, how to move shit around in there, then you may be able to go to into the astral state. That's why I was telling you, Kaya, in the comments. I'm like, look, master your lucid dreaming, master how to move around and operate in there. Then I'll show you how to go from lucid dreaming into the astral realm. It's a quick little boop boop boop, blah blah blah.
And I give you a great herb to go ahead and start taking to help with that. Mugwort.
Helps to reconnect you to the dream state. Yes, indeed. You will lucid dream.
You can smoke it and you can drink it.
Yup. Yeah. You will lucid dream. I guarantee you, everybody. Before you get into astral projection, master the dream state, because the dream state is how you become consciously aware of how you're fully, what you're fully capable of. Because in a lucid dreaming state, you're able to communicate with everything within yourself.
Yes.
You're also able to fly. You can into your powers, your abilities. You can even call in your ancestors to come into the dream state with you. That's more like say you're playing tag. That's base. Okay, you gotta go to base and look around and see what the fuck's actually going on before you try to go out there and really get and play freestyle. Because you go out there and you get tagged by these niggas, you're done, and nobody's coming to save you.
Here's my thing though. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people think this shit like the dream world and all that, lucid dreaming, the astral projection, it's all gonna be love and light and peaceful and stuff like that. You feel me? And these motherfuckers try to get around me. I got the sword on deck, so it's like it's always gonna be some other shit going on. You gotta be prepared for that. Demons, all that type of shit. So it's like people think it's always love, peace, and light. But it can get real though.
Listen, I use that in
this what we say over here. Well, we say we would divinely whoop your ass. Don't get it twisted. Divinely fuck you up. Oh yeah.
I swear.
I said everything to you back in abundance, even ass whooping. You feel me?
Literally, I made a video about it. I was talking about how this fly kept bothering me every day. All day this fly kept bothering me, and I went to bed and I started dreaming about somebody following me around. And then I woke up and I felt the presence, and I'm like, wait a minute, something feel weird. I'm in the astral realm. So I get up, I grab a sword, and I like kind of stab the person who's standing in my room, and they just disappear and leave. Like, this is real stuff. It really is. And what you said.
We did a ceremony the other day. When I say like we do activation, we do remembrance ceremonies and activation ceremonies like consistently
on a regular, yeah.
On a regular,
like right? I'm finna do a little one later on tonight.
And I'm finna jump in with them too. When we do our ceremonies, we're at a vibration to the point where these beings feel us. So look, when I tell people like, oh, I'm this person, that person, I'm this high, I'm like, no, the fuck you not. Because if you were, these beings will come see about you. They will come see about you because they're going to test your gangster. All of them do that to any and everybody. So you got a lot of people out here, claiming to be this high and mighty, but they ain't never been touched up on. They never experienced what these beings capable of. That's why my biggest thing is first get right within yourself first. Have a finish with yourself first. Your emotions, because your emotions what they're gonna play on. These beings, bro. You'll be arguing, not knowing why you're arguing, because this being's food source is your anger, and it's able to draw it out of you. It's able to amplify it within you. Whole time, this thing over here, like a puppeteer playing strings with you and your people's having y'all argue like a motherfucker. You had no idea, and then after you're like, wait, why was we even angry? Why was we even arguing? And y'all niggas don't even realize what the fuck was going on. So then you get into the dream state. I tell people all the time, I'm like, you didn't have no damn nightmare, nigga. You had an attack. I'm like, when you wake up from a nightmare, what do you always feel? A presence in the room. These beings have to physically touch you to enter your mind space. But folks don't realize that when they're in the dream state, you are God. There ain't nothing you can't do. It's actually a suicide mission for those beings, because if you wake up too fast and they don't get out, they're stuck. They die. Or if you know your own power and you start whooping the ass, it's a whole different story. You get what I'm saying? What's it called? People like, oh, I had a nice wet dream. No, nigga, you got fucked by a whole entity, my boy. You know what I'm saying? That was not sweet. These beings, majority of people are not mediums. You cannot see. Me and my folks, we do this. We see these beings. They observe you your whole fucking life, planning and plotting on how to best get at you.
Yeah.
And then they come at you in the proper manner to either extort you for your energy, get you to do shit. You got people out here channeling all types of beings, not knowing their own history. Like there's like this one person, she's pretty known, she channels Pleiadians, and she kind of sounds robotic. I forgot what her name is, but I went live with her with Hocus. Hocus, my big brother. And she like, I channel Pleiadians, and I'm looking at her bloodline, I'm like, Pleiadian? Interesting. So I asked her some questions about the Pleiadians, because I was not going for it. I'm like, nah, they some fuck ass niggas. But my whole thing is that she challenged these things, but did not know a thing about their history, what they've done to humanity. And I'm like, that's crazy. So it's like people are out here gifted and channeling, but don't know the basics, the foundation of how to ask questions, who is who. But then you got this large ass audience, and you over here conditioning folks to be cool with certain entities that are playing you the whole time. That's why I've been posting, Kaya, talk about how it's been harder for humanity to discern between who is who and who's on their side and who's trying to manipulate them. Because these beings don't give a fuck about you. You are a stepping stone. They want your fucking genes, because your genes give them potential. Because again, when they fell, they were stripped of that potential. They were stripped of that birthright to go travel and do certain things. Now, us being who we are and being built for what we're built for, and that's why when they came around with Neburu's gravitational pull wiped the memories of humanity. That's why we have these back and forth struggle. That's why we have like these on and off activations. Every so many thousands of years, humanity always activates. And that's why we have these goddamn wars, because these beings will come down here trying to hijack that shit. And that's why right now we are walking in the flesh so we can do the work ourselves instead of coming down here in our
That's why I got it. It's the states of consciousness.
Exactly.
And everything just keeps cycling.
But it's not supposed to be that way. The reason that we lose our memory is because when Nebu and the other beings come around, they have specific technology that frequency. Think of like an EMP. It's an electromagnetic pulse, but that actually affects our fucking brains. Mm-hmm. So they understand that if they bring their ships and our atmosphere to a certain gravity, we'll get mind wiped. That's what they did, and what they do afterward, they were already down here like, "Hey, my children,
right?
So you the way," and you had no idea, and they shapeshift too. That's why JQ brought up a good example yesterday. He asked me Tiny did, about Sekhmet, about blood sucking. I'm like, look, that was not Sekhmet. Sekhmet is a cat. She's a Lyran. She does not suck blood. I'm like, remember how I was explaining to you when the Egyptians were all killed off and they took over Set first? And there's like saying Set was shapeshifter. I'm like, Set is a fucking jackal. He's not half this, half that. They don't do that. He's not a shapeshifter. The same thing with Atlantis and Lemuria. They infiltrated and they fucked that shit up too. They sent Thoth in there to take all our shit. Now folks think Thoth is as intelligent as nigga. No, the fuck he's not. He stole your shit and played you. The same way that they killed off Set. And that's why they were warring with Set for a long time, because Set had armies with him. You get what I'm saying? So when they took that over, they didn't know that Set was not who he once was. That's why when they killed off Sekhmet and boss Set, that's why you got the dark side of the Egyptians. No, nigga, they don't drink blood, they don't shapeshift, they have cat faces, not human faces. But see, that's the thing. They know that this new age, like new generation, is not even aware of those different aspects. Yeah. They went through, destroyed all of our history, came back and replaced everything. You know who actually was a good pharaoh? Akhenaten. Akhenaten was actually a person who's demonized, just like Medusa, because he was created by the opposition, but did not follow the opposition. So they went through, and what they say, oh, the people of the area went in and scratched out all his shit. No, the fuck they didn't, bruh. When they got down here and killed everybody off, they went down there and scratched everything out. That's why our temples have been invaded. That's why our pyramids have been broken into. In order to even get into our pyramids, you have to have a specific frequency vibration. That's why they have they got the X-Men, the helmet. That was our technology. What it does is it sends specific vibrational frequencies to cause rapid acceleration within our minds. You know what I'm saying? So we have all these different technologies that are down here waiting for us to go and get, that we're not even aware of. Then they use us and play us, and we're sitting on here literally giving up the info. I made a mistake when I was younger. I told a scientist that I knew where certain stuff was that he didn't know. He told me, show him on a map. I showed him on a map. Dumbest thing I ever did, and I learned my lesson. But it's like, we have these keys within us. Wait, I done went off.
Yeah.
You see how we flow.
Yeah.
It's a flow thing.
I swear.
It's a flow thing.
It's like you really.
So I was like, wait, where am I going with this?
Yeah, like everything just started.
But at the end of the day, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, my whole, I've been like this ever since I was a kid, but I've always kept saying, oh, I want to astral project. I want to lucid dream. And I kept saying it, but nothing ever kept happening. But this whole time, I wasn't implementing or even taking the steps and putting action towards what, the steps for lucid dreaming, the steps for astral projection. Like, I experience it, every now and then randomly. And I'd be so upset because I'm like, I can't do this on control. I don't like to say I can't do anything. It's not happening on control. So now I'm actually starting to be consistent with myself, be consistent with my mind, and consistent with meditation, and consistent with, this is the most consistent I've ever been, and I've had results. I've been experiencing lucid dreaming. I've been experiencing seeing things more vividly. Like, you can't just expect things to just happen because, you just oh, I want to do this, but you're not putting the energy or the action towards it. Like, bro, you want the matrix to fall. You want the government to stop lying. You want to have better foods inside of your body, but you're not eating healthy. You're just gonna blame it on the world and say, oh, all are food poison anyways. Like, it's like, no, you gotta have that energy to change it.
That's facts.
Plain to that, like, it's your life is gonna change by you shifting your mind. Like I said, I've been in this room for 3 years, and I'm on a different level, on a different mind. I didn't know I could be. I'm really glad I went live. I was literally sitting here talking to him. I'm like, let me just go live because this is getting deep. This is really getting deep.
It gets fucking deep, fam.
Look, we could take it. We could take it deeper if you really want to go there.
Take it there. You know what I'm
Like,
saying? We can take it there.
If you really want to go there, we can take it there.
I can take you there.
Be careful what you wish for, though. You done got the duo going. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's gonna,
And I ain't even been flowing like that recently. I just been keeping to myself. But that's the thing. Like, sometimes you gotta just let it happen as it's supposed to. Yeah. If you feel that calling, you step inside of it. Like you said, you felt it. So you said, okay, well, let me go live and express myself. Let me use the gifts that I have. Like, a lot of people, like, you have the gift of gab. Let's be real. You have the ability, your throat chakra is wide open. So you have the ability to speak into a certain frequency, a certain vibration, and it comes off and it resonates. So at the same time, we have to allow those things to flourish. So it's like, when our reflection was saying earlier, he's like, oh, I can make videos right now and get this little money. But like I said after that, if you are not applying the said things you are speaking upon, then, I mean, you not only are you leading yourself astray, but you are leading others astray as well. And, to a certain degree, like, that can have some drastic effects karmatically on you. Because you leading yourself astray is one thing, whether you know or not. But you leading others astray is a whole different ball game as well, too. Because you're now, to a certain level, embarking on someone's free will because you're programming things inside of their mind. So as long as you're continuing to do the physical work, like you said, if you're sitting and you working through the meditations and you're sitting there and you're doing the shadow work, all those things will play a major effect on how you are operating. Same thing like I was saying earlier. I had skipped steps in my healing process. So because of that, I actually made myself worse than what I was initially. Now my family calling me, they worried about me. My aunt got to drive an hour and a half back and forth from where she lived to LA to come check on me. You feel me? My other family out of state, they like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, yo, like, I'm trying to heal. Like, I don't care about none of that shit y'all talking about. But I was skipping steps. So then I had to go, okay, well, what the fuck am I still doing? Okay, well, I'm still eating meat. I'm still drinking dairy. I'm still taking in all these processed foods, sugars, candy bars. So how the fuck am I supposed to heal if I'm still doing all of the major things that are preventing me from healing? So can we start at the ground level? Can we start surface level? Mm-hmm. Because if we really start at the surface level, wherever it's at, because there's multi-forms and facets of healing, whether it's physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing, there's levels to all that. And you have to take it in steps and strides. You have to start in the root. The red. The bottom. That is the foundation. You have to start there. You cannot start in your heart space. It does not work that way. You still have blockages. So like I said before.
You right. That was what I was dealing with. Literally, because my heart has always been heavy, open, like me with the knowledge and everything. But my lower self, like me trying to implement, put that energy towards it, actually do it, act on my actions, feeling safe within myself. I didn't have none of that. I didn't even know myself, my lower self. You said that. Oh my God.
Skipping steps.
Skipping steps. Yo, shot like yo. I say this and I stand on it. The shadows is where you make a name. The shadows is where you make a name. Now you might ask, why is that? Why would you make a name for yourself inside the shadows? Isn't that where, you know, all the darkness is, all the bad stuff is, all that? Duh. Right. Do you not come from triple darkness? Do you not come from the void?
From nothing to something.
Come on.
Close your eyes,
so,
like.
Don't even get me started on that. Please do not, because I'm going to get too like, yeah. You feel me? Don't do that. but you hit it right there. Mm-hmm. That's the point. It's the darkness where you need to find. The darkness is where you are. The darkness is what you are and who you are. You are forever intertwined with the masculine and feminine energy. Now, what does that mean? You're like, oh, well, masculine and feminine energy. It's two sides of the same coin. It's the consistent flow. Yes, it's the yin and the yang. But if you look at the symbol for the yin and the yang, there is a dot in both the yin and the yang of the other piece. Knowing that you are never separate. You are always connected. So if you are always connected, what does that mean? Your higher self, your light, is connected to your darkness. You feel me? No. So if your darkness is over here being suppressed, your darkness is being suppressed.
Self is being suppressed.
Right there. You are suppressing yourself because you don't want to go into the shadows. You don't want to deal with the things that are actually plaguing you.
Suppressing.
Okay, so I want to heal. I'm gonna just use myself as an example. I don't gotta bring nobody else into it because I can show you this is what I'm living. That's why I speak the way I do. This is why I'm so passionate about it, because I'm living it real time. Okay, damn, what do I need to do to heal myself? All right, fam, stop eating meat. Just start there. Stop eating meat and stop drinking dairy. Just start there. Don't make it so complicated for yourself. You overexert. A lot of times we overexert ourselves. We put too much on our plates, and then we get frustrated when we burnt out. We get frustrated when we're tired. We get frustrated because we're not making no progress when we're making progress, but it's because you got everything on your plate at the same time. You don't have to do it that way. We are ever growing, everlasting. You don't got to get it in this lifetime. You don't. Take that out of your psyche that you have to do it all right this very second. Fuck all that. You have eternity to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're eternal. You are everlasting. This is not your first rodeo. Whether you remember or not is not the point. The point is this is not your first rodeo. So just be consistent. So like I said, okay, I'm healing. Bam, this is what I got to do. No meat, no dairy. Boom, cut that out. So now I done cut the meat and the dairy out, pretty much all plant-based for the most part. Some stuff is still processed, you feel me? Still got the little frozen quinoa and, you know, the little black bean patties and all that. But it's a step in the right direction. Yeah. Okay, now we cut things out. Now we add more things. Summertime coming here, you feel me? Watermelon juice stay on deck in this house.
Yes, sir.
We just had some earlier.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. Fuck the price. Get the whole melons, dude. Get the whole melons, dude. Show 'em. Fuck the price. Now, and I want to say all this to make a point for all of us, because this is extremely serious. This is what we do on deck all time. These motherfuckers ain't little, fam.
You know what I'm saying?
This is next to my fucking. This is 3 of my heads right here.
They longer. They not like round. Like I see it. Them the real ones.
So, yes, yellow and red, and we gonna got the orange ones coming in too. All that. Now think about this. Okay, now I got no meat, no dairy, and I'm hydrating my vessel. So my body's starting to be able to just operate better, cleanse itself out, be more healing. It doesn't have to spend as much time breaking down the food sources I'm putting in that are actually killing me and heal me. Now we got something different. Okay, boom. So now you got to build to that point. You feel comfortable in that. You can eat consistently. You can consistently not have no meat, consistently not have no dairy, consistently not eat candy bars, all that. That's got to be consistent. You can't go 6 weeks and then, all right, I'm back on it. You might as well just go back to doing it all again. Now, some of us might say, depending on the circumstance, where you add things of that sort, that's going to depend on what you might need to do. But now let's just be real here. If we're talking about healing the vessel, we're dealing with things of an energetic presence. That's why you can go over to Morocco. You can go to Saudi Arabia. You can go to certain parts of Africa, things of that sort. And you're dealing with certain foods that are more what they call halal, or it's a sacredness to it. It's the way it's fed. It's in its entire life. It's the way it's cared for. It's the way it's prepared. It's the way it's slaughtered. It's the way it's prepared after it's slaughtered. It's the way it's blissed after it's slaughtered. There's an energy that comes with that. So your body can take that in and process it and do what it needs to do with it to keep moving forward. But we know where we're at. We know what's going on with those things. We don't got to sit here and talk about it today. We already know. Let's stop talking about things that we already know. We are regurgitating information. Give me something new.
Yeah.
That's all I've been seeing nowadays.
So with that, now we could go, okay, man, now it's months. No meat, no dairy, no processed sugars for the most part. Maybe some sugar every now and then, you feel me, it happens. We're not going to tell nobody to just not have an experience. I'm not going to tell you if one day you're like, oh, winter's my favorite, or fall's my favorite season, and I like pumpkin spice, and I want X, Y, and Z. Enjoy your experience. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you how to live. And no one's here to tell me what to do and how to live. Because I tell you to fuck off. This is my journey. Respectfully, I appreciate the info you're trying to give me. I understand where that's coming from. But this is my experience. Allow me to have that. And whatever I need and whatever consequences, both positive or negative, that come with that, allow me to receive that.
Yes. Exactly.
It's what it's got to be. Now, boom. So to take that to the next level. So all those things are taking place. Now I can reach the point where I can juice watermelon, apples, cantaloupes, and do that for 15 rotations straight with nothing else. Well, technically, let me be technical here. I don't want to sit here and allude to the people that I'm doing things that I'm not. I don't do that. I don't do that. Feel me? If you're gonna ask, I always tell anybody I operate with, if you ask me a question, be prepared for the truth.
Yeah.
Be prepared for the truth, because that is what you're gonna get. I ain't even make this. This is the apple juice right here. Feel me? With pulp in it and all that. Now, I say that because of this. I spent 7 full rotations just watermelon juice. And then on the seventh evening, I think I had a little bit of like chickpea pasta. And then it was another 7 rotations of nothing but juice. Mm-hmm. And then I had all raw meal. Well, no, actually, I take that back. It wasn't all raw because there was quinoa in it. Let me. I'm not going to allude. A Swiss chard from our garden. Mm-hmm. Avocado, real avocado, like the real one, not the fake little hot shit that people be buying. Real avocado, tomatoes from my garden, onion, a little bit of salt, pepper, some lime juice on a Swiss chard with some quinoa. Gratitude.
Freshly juiced.
Freshly. But that was 15 rotations. How many of us can even say that we get to a point where we can receive certain information and then slowly adapt ourselves to utilizing it? That took me from the time I really started to understand and learn about healing the physical vessel, when I really started studying the way Dr. Sebi and Yaki Awaken were operating, the things that they were showing people how to implement and work through. When I kept studying and started walking, that was a 2-year process. To get to 2 weeks ago, 15 rotations of juicing. 2 years to get to 2 weeks. But guess what? I'm further along than where I was 2 years ago. My vessel's in a different place now. My pancreas is functioning differently. I can go through those processes and be like, damn, like I only had nothing but juice today. My blood sugars is low to the point where I got to drink more juice just to keep the levels up. If you know anything about diabetes and that sort, you know, we can have that conversation later. But those are the things that are going on. So we have to take that. We have to take that and apply that into every aspect of our livity.
Yes.
So mine is physical. That is my dis-ease in the moment. And I say that because we were talking about this last night.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, I know the gifts that I have. I know who I am. Like, for real. You could ask Nico who Nico is. And I could tell you a lot of things about self.
You got time?
Yeah. How long look, we got eternity, but what you want to do? You got the rest of the day free?
You feel me? The rest of the week for real. You know what I'm saying? You want just the present lifetime, or you want the past?
Yeah.
Too,
Now, yeah, because that's a whole different ball game now.
You want the present?
That's a whole different ball game. I really know self.
Yeah.
But I sat in isolation for that, which is a whole nother conversation that a lot of people don't want to have. But I say all that to get to this point of, I know that this ailment, this dis-ease in my body is the only thing that is hindering me from being at my fullness. That's the only thing. So the hardest thing that I have is coming from both of my bloodlines, my birth mother's bloodline and my birth father's bloodline, of a type 1 diabetes, right? A dis-ease that was inside of the vessels that is genetically passed down, because we know that we pass down traumas 7 times more than we pass down, positive, experiences. So on both of my bloodlines, I have this ailment and this issue. Maybe no more than 2 to 3 generations back. So because of that, that is my tackle to have. I sit with my ancestors. I know what I'm doing. I know that, when I heal, it ends with me. I'm the last one that's going to have this issue. Anybody coming behind I, any seed that comes after I, any ancestor that comes after I, will not have this issue. They will not have this dis-ease. Their vessels will be in peak top perfection. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing the work now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mentality that we have to get into. We don't have to, but it'd be beneficial. Mm-hmm. Because now that I know that once this is done, diabetes is cut from the vessel, so I'll be moving freely. Because what does that look like? Hey, I got to go somewhere, and we might be on the road. But if I got to worry about having a certain amount of insulin with me, knowing what I'm taking, making sure that I have the proper foods and whatever, that's planning that has to come into accord, where sometimes I can't just say, hey, yeah, I'm going to just go and do this. Because that is unbeneficial. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to stress out my vessel. Now I'm stressing my vessel out. Now my diabetes is flaring because my vessel is stressed out.
Yeah.
I'm causing a dis-ease. Now my other organs are working 2 to 3 times as hard as they should. Now they're being stressed even more. Now they're releasing toxins inside of the blood, inside of your blood. When you are stressed out, your organs release toxins to be cleansed out and released so that they can function properly. But if all of if your heart, if your liver, if your kidneys, if your adrenals, if your lungs, if all of these things are all exerting toxic chemicals, toxic waste, because they're overworking themselves, your kidneys and your liver are now going to have to overwork themselves to cleanse these things out of your body. This is where we're saying it get deep.
Oh, we didn't get to the energy part about that.
No, we haven't even touched that yet.
Yeah.
How stress affects the energy, how stress affects the mental space. What you emit now into the atmosphere.
Bro, I don't even feel right now. I feel like I'm in like I'm in like I don't know. I feel like a tree house of like we just all just in a tree right now. We all just talking like it's like high level.
We in sync right now. We just flowing with one another.
Literally, oh my god, it's like it's amazing. It really is. Like this is the whole reason why I started my platform because I wanted to connect to this, and now I'm here.
May I speak on that real fast?
Yeah.
I give thanks that you stepped into the fullness of yourself with that, and I say that because of this. A lot of people sit here and demonize technology as if we have not had technology far more advanced than this already. Whew. They were showing cell phones back in the 1800s in pictures.
He on it.
They were showing electroculture back in the 18 and 1900s in pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas pulling out cabbages bigger than their body. A cabbage. Zoo 6'9". The cabbage be half his size. What you gonna do with a 4 or 5 foot cabbage? Feed everybody?
It makes them still, you feel me?
Everybody good?
You know what I'm saying?
So why are we demonizing technology as if we're not able to use technology to speak to 92 people now, 92 reflections in the chat right now, and who knows how many more if it gets shared, if somebody send it to somebody screen record it, chop it up, post it down, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I'm saving this life.
Dude, look, as you please. You feel me? This your world. I'm just living it. You feel me? But I say all that because of that, though. Now we have a chance to reconnect self. Now we can find one another at a park event that I only went to see 2 people. And we even spoke about this at the meetup. I didn't know. I knew who some people were. I can be real. I knew who Rel was and who the guy that be making the music. Arcades. Okay, I seen Arcades because we know his channel popping, and I knew Rel, and that was it. I wasn't going to see them. I was going to see my reflection, James, and his divine.
I remember.
So, but guess what? Because of that, now we're us together.
The only reason I went was because Kaya was like, hey, you should come and see this event. I'm like, shit, I'll come over there, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I, at the moment, was kind of, looking at folks a certain way. So I had to go peep, had to go see it in person. You know what I'm saying? But that added on to that, too.
So how does Kaya tell Zoo to come? And he like, all right, well, I'm going to go because Kaya going to be there. I'm going to peep what's going on. And I, from my reflection that lives in Alabama, tell me about a reflection that live in Cali, an hour and a half away. Hey, y'all need a link. Y'all in the same state. He in LA, you in wherever. Boom, boom, boom. Now we linked. Okay, we chopping it up. Hey, God, we missing each other. He coming out here to do stuff. We just haven't connected. Now, hey, God, we going to be at this little event. Now, he didn't even say that. He posted it, and I messaged him. Hey, you going to be here? Yeah, I'm going to be there, God. All right, I'm going to pull up. Okay, bet. I'm going to see you there then. To now, my reflection is in my home.
Building together, you feel me?
Okay.
But it's about the technology. The technology allowed us to be in this space.
Yes, it did. It really did. I feel you on that one. I really do. I feel you. I know it's
technology, and we have to utilize it properly. It's the same thing with this money system. Everybody complains about how they don't like money, they don't like this, they don't want to use it, spend it, whatever. But our reflection Turk say something that's amazing. Y'all don't want to use no money, but y'all don't create anything. Mm-hmm. You have nothing to of creation that you have made that you put value to, but you say you don't want to use money. Well, everything costs money. Well, that's the system we're in, where everything does cost. So if you getting some money, what are you using it for? Are you using it for? Are you using it for a righteous vibration?
I swear, I'm not understanding that. Like, when I was working a job, I was getting money, but nothing was changing about life. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Wait a minute, I'm getting like, what am I getting? $900 every 2 weeks, and it's not. What's going on? Like, life.
Right. And that's more than most.
Bruh. That's after I became a manager at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, oh my God.
Chuck E. Party, you give me a star. That old school song, I'm done.
Everything that I do, I always continue to excel in it. Everything that I create, like everywhere I'm at, wherever place I put my energy to, it just always continues to grow. Literally. And what you said about I feel you on it, because when I made my platform, I was like, bro, I don't know how to get these experiences out or my thoughts. Let me see if somebody else is feeling the same way I'm feeling. And it just grew that. And I started connecting to more people. And then when I went to the meeting, I'm like, wait a minute, it's people actually out there who think like me.
Outside for real.
Happy and excited. Like, I really was. I'm glad I got to meet Azul. I'm glad I got to meet you. I'm glad I got to meet everybody.
Yeah.
It was the connection that I was searching for. I was like, I've been like this in high school. I was bored, nobody to talk to, especially when trying to like find significant others that you know you can connect to on that level. Like, it just you feel alone.
Yeah.
You really feel it. The fact that I'm feeling this now, it just, man, it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah. And you're releasing tension. Like, we have to remind ourselves that
You just caught the ass and put it.
They might have. They thought they was gonna creep, and then you feel me? Because I've been cleansing all day. I've been cleaning all day today. So like, you feel me? Doors been open, windows been open. You know, everything gonna flow around. And we in LA, so you know it's always something kind of creeping and crawling around the scene. But
yeah, it get real active.
We don't play none of that. But anyway,
gosh,
that's the.
This is crazy. I'm really in bliss right now. This is because I asked for this and it's here. Like, bro.
You see that? You say that though. You asked for it. Like, we can have whatever we want.
That's what I was.
Whatever we want.
Oh my gosh. I was trying to explain. I was like, you can have whatever you desire. You really can. And then somebody took it as me saying like, oh, like I'm looking down on homeless people. I'm looking down on other people. I think I'm better. My energy levels is better than other people. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. You have the capability to create whatever.
But footsteps on the wood line over there, like that's carpet over there. So if there's footsteps on the wood, I should be able to see somebody because there's only wood right there. And I'm looking like, whoa, what the fuck up? I'm like,
you sense
okay.
Yeah, but it ain't nothing. We know when it's crazy.
Yeah, we'll feel it. But it be his people's walking in the house.
That's really what it is. Like my ancestors being here tough. Like,
yo, his grandpa be messing with me. Like when I was sleeping in the living room. They would like he was hilarious. Like he like all I hear was like footsteps on the wood walking up, and I hear this, and I could feel somebody looking at me. I'm just like, I turn, I look, I'm like, what the hell? And he's just looking at me. I'm just like,
hey.
Just close my eyes back, and I hear, and I'm like, oh, it's something he must want me to do. So I started feeling, okay, what am I doing right now? I'm like, oh, I'm on my damn phone. He probably want me to go on my damn phone. I toss my phone, he walk away. I'm like, next thing I know, I'm over here chilling, the lights on, just thinking. I hear creak, creak, creak. I'm like,
can you get the door for me?
Hey there, sir.
Hey.
And he's just looking at me. And I'm just like, was it this time? I'm like, I don't got my phone. See, I'm thinking, you know, off my device. I'm just sitting here. And the next thing I know, like the light flicker. I'm like, I get up, I turn the light off. You walk away. I'm like, okay. Okay.
He be talking, fam.
Yeah,
like he be talking, like for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, look, they be in here tough. They be in here tough. But I've created that space. You feel me? Like I've created that space.
Most definitely.
So that's why they be in here so tough, making sure we good.
Yo, he moved the altar one time to his room. That was the craziest night. I swear, like I was in here talking to Tara,
and I hadn't reset it up yet either.
And bro, when I say like at a certain time, like they'll come out. And like all of a sudden, like I'm hearing like footsteps and stuff. I'm like, it's like multiple. I'm looking around, like I'm seeing orbs everywhere. I'm like, what the hell? The orbs like then expanding into these spirit forms, and I'm like looking towards where the altar usually would be, and I'm seeing like these beings just sitting on the dang altar. I'm like,
I'm trying to finish vacuuming.
Oh, they're looking for the altar. I'm like, oh, I'm like. That's all his peoples. And they just like literally looking at me. I'm like, hello. And they like revealing themselves to me. I'm like, oh shit, I'm honored. Yo, I'm like, this shit is crazy. And then like they walk like from the altar over towards like to where his room is. I'm like, oh, they probably know, or they're probably going over there like to see. I'm thinking I didn't know like, where the altar pieces are, because usually the energy's in the material. So I'm thinking like, they know where to go to find it. But they was like walking around, they was sitting there, just like really interacting. That was like really, really, really fascinating for me, because I'm like, oh shit, they really came for the altar. I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is cool as hell.
And all those things play a part. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask you, because I be seeing that, but time to time I don't be paying it on my. I've been seeing it since I was a little kid. I just thought it was just normal. Like if I stare and like look at the room for too long, I will start to see pulsations. Like it will look like I don't know how to.
The eyes will adjust to the energy. It's like particles, and then the particles begin to expand themselves.
Yes.
And manifest. And then the longer you focus and just relax, and it'll get more and more and more and more and more intense. And that's why I suggest people be smoking with no dang candle. I'm like, dude, do like a little smokitation, like meditation with some weed, but get a candle, because the candle is what's going to open this up. That's why I could tell I'm extra sensitive. I have my little indenture right here, and the other days I don't have my indenture. I'm always sensitive, but if I'm highly sensitive, if it's just going on, you're gonna see this like this. So
that candle gazing really, really worked, because like I'm a smoker, fam. Like I like to smoke. So like there was one night, like I was like, dude, like XYZ, what I think should be practice. Like, oh, practice candle gazing. So I'm sitting with a candle on the altar, and like I'm in a trance. Like I'm here, but I'm like, when you going into the candle, I'm going into the candle. This new ass come around, Nico, and I'm like, Zeus, shut the fuck up. And then now I'm out my tray, you feel me? Like I'm out my damn zone, and I'm like, oh, and he was like, oh, my bad, and I'm like,
it'll put you in a trance state. And if you're doing ceremony, what it does is when you feel that pull, your mind's eye is always going to connect to stuff. Like sometimes if we're doing ceremony, I go outside, I look up at the stars, I'll feel a pull, because either you're connecting to something or something's connecting to you. And that's in a good and a bad manner. But for the candle specifically, the candle will begin to pull on your energy, but it'll begin to expand the mind's eye. Now, what you got to do is then talk to the candle. The candle will then the candle will literally shift the entire atmosphere in the room for you. But you got to let it know. You know what I'm saying? But you also got to receive it, because the candle acts as a portal for anything. You know what I'm saying? During ceremony, the candle is usually used for the spirits to come into. And if you read candles, you know how to interact with them, or you just know how to listen to them and feel them. To feel is to listen. To feel is to see. People think it's like more so a physical thing. They have to feel it. When you feel it, you can see it. When you feel it, you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? When you feel it, you can experience it. But them candles is so fucking vital, because it'll open this right up. It stimulates the hell out of your mind's eye. Next time y'all niggas smoke, or obviously it's right tonight, before like we get into our ceremony, I'm gonna do like a little smoke meditation. I'm gonna go live, and everybody have a goddamn candle, and
I got
some of the gun. Yeah, if you got some herbs, throw them herbs up in there. If you got some lavender, throw it up in there too. If you got some skull cap, yes. Yes. Blue Lotus.
If you can get you some Blue Lotus, get you some Blue Lotus.
And skullcap is just as psychoactive as Blue Lotus is too. They're both very, very psychoactive.
I think I can take it
called? Herbs.
and like put it in the blunt.
A tea pack?
No.
Like the mugwort that's inside of it. I don't have any natural mugwort. Like,
Okay, no. So don't look like you. Yes, but you got to know which herbs you're supposed to be smoking and which herbs you're not supposed to be smoking. That's a big deal. Because if you don't, you only smoke certain herbs. Like you can smoke mugwort. So if you got the little mugwort tea pack, you want to snip that open and do that, you can do that because mugwort is a smokable herb. Actually, I'm gonna give y'all just a little some smokable herbs. You feel me? That you can ingest.
Before you smoke weed, I would always have a bad experience with it, and I think it was probably.
What about mushrooms? Hold up. When it comes to mushrooms, let me.
Don't be smoking no mushrooms.
No. Don't. Oh, wait! Don't smoke no damn mushrooms. I was just gonna go grab a bag and show you kind of time we got.
But yeah, like you just gotta know what. I don't know where the bag is at. Do you got a blue bag in your room?
Cause I'm definitely gonna open this tea packet and go ahead and run.
Look, I send you some. I send you some mugwort. Shit, we'll talk about it later. But I got a whole another like pound in the house of mugwort that I came up on.
Okay.
I got you. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, this is how we operate.
Wait.
Yeah.
I have been searching for the right shroom. I have.
We'll talk about it later.
The tree.
We'll talk about it.
The life.
Later.
In the means. I got a little excited. My bad.
It's good. You're supposed to get excited. You feel me? This life right here. This going. But this is how we operate. You take this. Look, I eat this whole thing. Plus, look, I eat the whole thing. Be zooming. Talking about.
Bro, listen. Okay, because I need to make the trip back to Cali.
You let us know. We'll do a whole. I'll do a remembrance ceremony with you and an acting ceremony with you when you come back out here. We'll do it together. The whole, you know what I'm saying?
We had a whole game. We got space for it. But we say all that, though, because it is, right? So let's get back to what we were saying about with the candle and the herbs, right? You got to make sure you smoking the right herbs. You can smoke rose petal, chamomile, lavender, mugwort. Skull cap is a really good one. Obviously, the blue lotus. If you're able to get your hands on some real good blue lotus, I would definitely recommend you doing that. That definitely helps open up the mind's eye. Get that alleviation in there as well too. Doing it in a tea form as well.
Yes.
You feel me? Like those things are gonna help. So if you smoking, you might make you some mugwort tea, put you some mugwort inside your little wrap, with some chamomile, some lavender, like we said. If you put a little, you put a little ganja in there, put you some ganja in there, you feel me? You want to elevate your mind. Even if you could get you some, I'm gonna say this, and people might not like it. Some real natural tobacco.
Oh yeah, that's necessary for ceremony. Actually,
real natural tobacco. Now that is a little bit more difficult to get, but if you can get your hands on it, that helps open up your crown chakra. Chakra. Yeah, you will be in your crown for real because think about anybody who's ever smoked tobacco. You smoke cigarettes, you smoke vape, you got the little all that, right? I used to do all that shit too, heavy. You would get a head high.
My dad used to have tobacco on his altar.
Yes, I got tobacco on my altar. Your ancestors smoked tobacco?
Yo, my shaman will always put tobacco on the altar.
Yes.
Altar too.
Yeah. Now you got to think about, okay, why is that? Well, in what they call Native American, or indigenous Americas, it's really Turtle Island. I'm going to just put that out there too. This is Turtle Island that we are on right now. I don't care what nobody say. But the indigenous ones of Turtle Island, the pigmented ones, we have been using not only ganja, but also tobacco as a ceremonial situation there is no time frame to put on it. Since it's been here and we knew about it, we've been using it.
Yep.
Now you might say, well, what is that going to do? Like we said, it's used ceremoniously. So they're going to have it out. It's going to be cared for properly. It's going to be cured properly. It's going to open up your crown chakra, which is going to alleviate you to be able to talk with, deal with, operate with higher forms of being and dimension. Now, if you're taking that into account, we also look at all the things that they were doing, because we're getting into the toad, which is a animal that they were licking to have psychedelic effect. We're dealing with, you feel me? Somebody was out there was getting wild and ranted and licked them a toad or cooked them a toad and got high in a motherfucker.
There was an episode in the Avatar TV show where they got sick and they had to lick the toad, and then they start. Oh, that was
tripping balls.
Okay,
balls are tripping.
Oh. Oh my God,
bro.
So you got toad. Now you got the cacti family. So you're dealing with peyote.
Yeah.
You're dealing with ayahuasca.
Yes. San Pedro.
Now we're dealing mycelium. Now you're dealing with all these different forms of mushrooms.
why is it so deep? Why is it so deep?
You feel me? Now you want to get into herb. Now we dealing with ganja. Now you got all the different forms of ganja. They're different effects because different feminine marijuana properties have different effects.
Yeah.
Do different things for you. Hit up different parts of your chakra line, but also different parts of your real physical being as well too, because these are doing things not only in a spiritual sense but in a physical sense as well, which is why you're able to treat epilepsy with ganja. You're able to treat insomnia with ganja. You're able to treat all of these different diseases and ailments with these natural remedies and substances because of the chemical compounds that are in them naturally.
That's why they refer to shamans as medicine, because all the psychedelics are originally used for healing because they have really strong healing properties.
Yeah.
When I busted my hand open, it was like my shit hanging out. I had like a little ceremony, and my shit was like sealed back up. Like when I woke up, like these things, like. I always tell them, like, if I ever get shot, nigga, throw me a mushroom. You know what I'm saying? I'll be good in the rising. Because they I'm so serious, bro.
Don't we can't even tell you what
I can't even tell you what we've been going through.
We told y'all what we really be going through, what we really be doing. Niggas would think like
when he said that he healed up really quick and the hospitals couldn't believe it. They didn't even want to take it off.
Was tripping. You talking about crystals, herbs we made, tea,
and healing, and Reiki. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Energy. Yeah, that's why I was saying the crystal.
Yeah.
But you feel me? Those are all physical, though.
We went straight up old school with that shit. No hospitals ain't got shit on us. No degree, none of that shit, nigga. Just straight up off intuition and just going within ourselves and knowing what the fuck we need to do. Nah, bro. Fuck that hospital. Come over here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna clean this all up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Fam made a whole paste and everything. I went and bought a whole rose quartz crystal. Put the crystal on the back. You know what I'm saying? Blessed that. Spoke onto that. Put the intention into that. What is there for. You know what I'm saying?
And charged it the fuck up.
And then ring the single bowl. You know what I'm saying? Ring the single bowl. Afterward, we each did our healing work. You know what I'm saying? All that energy. Within a couple of days, that shit was sealed. Those were stab wounds to his back, right along the spine. Healed. Quit playing, bro. Seal it up.
Listen, y'all. I really, really do appreciate this live. I'm glad y'all came on here and talked and spread y'all energy. This is amazing.
I low-key forgot what was on live. I already think we was just having a
exactly. Like,
it didn't really feel like that.
It just feels so like flowy, like just natural. Like I didn't put no thought into it. I was just like, you know what? Let me just go live, record my conversation, because like some people just want to hear it. So
how it's supposed to be, though.
Yes, it is. It really is. Like. I didn't have no thoughts of like what I'm gonna talk about on this live. Stuff just came. Like, oh my God. But
and that'd be the thing too.
I'm about to head to the gym and work out.
Yeah, get that. Look, we should mess around and do 50 push-ups right now, everybody together. I don't know how many you can do. You can do your 10, 50. I don't know. We just to do something just to show like.
I don't know my limit. I've done 100 push-ups before when I was doing cheerleading practice and I forgot my cheer shoes. That was crazy.
In increments?
No. straight.
Man, she said straight out, fam. She said handstand. Handstand push up.
One arm, Goku style. The two fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Came through. I was just. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, for real. Girl that was making me mad. We wasn't like cool, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna look weak in front of her. Hell no. Like,
sweet around.
Yo, Maya told you I could keep going. I ain't gonna stop.
That's not next day, my arms was like,
yeah.
The jilly jaggo. All I'm saying is, like, you don't go to the gym right now. The people might, I just say we hit a little piece.
You know what? All right, come on.
Don't be scared now. Come on. Look, I'm gonna hit it. I don't know what you hitting. I know what I'm hitting.
I don't know what I'm hitting. Let me see. I'm gonna go as far as I can.
Heard.
All right.
I'm hitting 50.
Hit with me? No? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Not even gonna count. I'm gonna just go.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the chat, you might as well go ahead and just get you some too. Go ahead and get you some too. Y'all see what we doing?
Ooh, shit! All right. Whew, okay. Got a little pre-workout in.
Keep going. Don't quit. Come on.
They doing it with us. They doing it with us, y'all. They doing it with us.
That was an incline too.
The incline.
That was 49.
I'm on 45.
This slide was really. Oh my gosh.
I gotta hit one more.
Woo! Stop. Yeah. I'm in nature. I'm true.
We appreciate you greatly.
Right.
It's love, it's light, it's purpose, it's power, and it's prosperity.
It's supposed to be rest day.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you want to get it done, put some action behind it.
Yep, for real.
Man,
You got to.
When I worked out last night, man, I was on rest today.
Instead, I did about 10. I did 10. Everybody doing 10?
That's all right. That's 10. That's 10 more than you was doing before.
Right, 20. That's it for me. 50 straight is crazy, y'all. Okay, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go ahead and head to the gym. I hope the rest of y'all day goes good. I'm glad we got to talk, and hopefully we will have more of these conversations.
It's coming on this divine moment. We appreciate you greatly. Supreme love.
All right. I'll see y'all later, okay?
I peace and love, family.